Olá, daqui Marveira e sejam bem-vindos a mais um episódio de BANISHERS. Nós no episódio anterior chegamos a esta aldeia aqui e tivemos que ir salvar uma rapariga que estava
Fernando's?
para ali para cima na montanha para podermos entrar aqui nesta aldeia. Depois falamos ali com aquele gajo ali daquela cabana que é o que está em comando desta aldeia. Isto não é bem uma aldeia, isto é um forte. Mas tem aqui tipo umas casas e tal. Bom, agora vamos continuar. E agora não sei se vamos... Primeiro vamos ver... Primeiro tínhamos aqui... Eu até vou ver se encontro aqui o material. Eu não sei se tem aqui nas paredes ou se tenho que comprar em alguém. Que é o ferro de qualidade.
How often, Abigail, must we have this fight? How often must we argue?
We shall argue until you hear me.
I hear you all too well.
Não dá.
I hear a hoggish Harry, a narrow man, a selfish.
Se calhar até tenho que comprar ali no ferreiro. Ou esta loja.
Good day, sir. Nathaniel Sather at your service. What can I do for you?
Mr. Sather remains to be seen. Red McCraith, by the way, the Banisher. You seem a chatty fella.
We see precious few new faces around here. You'll forgive me if I use you for fresh conversation.
Tell me about yourself. Share your business. Tell me what's important to you.
I'm from Boston. I love it very much. So much more lively. A fine mix of conviviality and anonymity. I miss that life. The music, the colour and the splendour, the dance of commerce. The flower sellers, forget-me-nots. Oh, the forget-me-nots. I very much wish to go home.
What are you doing here then?
I'm the shop boy. When the store moves, I move with it. Old man Ingersoll opened up a general store in Boston back in '78. Then he married Bathsheba. I came with them to New Eden intending to quickly return, but Mr. Ingersoll died. I extended my stay. It took me on when I was just a boy. I've no family. All I have is my Thomas, my closest friend.
You have, as my granny would say, the power to talk the back legs off a two-footed donkey. But I bet you listen too. What do you hear hereabouts?
Little of interest. Pennington has signed John Rumble to the train band, which means nothing at all to me. I believe John was down the flooded mine. That can't have been fun. Maybe the militia will be good for him.
Huh? You never know who'll take to soldiering.
You say that, and I defer to your experience, but I'm sure it's not for me.
What can you tell me about Captain Pennington?
The captain. I've not a single bad word to say about that dismally antiquated, superannuated old man. His depth of experience is inspiring, although I shudder to think what those experiences have done to him. But we should respect our elders. We should listen to their point of view, and then ignore it as we look to the future.
What do you think of Helen Priest, then?
I'd put her in charge if I could. She's bright, trustworthy, thinks for herself. She's not married to old doctrine. People here are desperate. They're sick, they need courage. And Helen Priest fears nothing.
More generally, how fares Fort Jericho?
It's cold. Our clothes are inelegant, the walls are drab. There's no music, no conviviality. There's no gaiety. Boston isn't much of a city, but I miss it. I wonder what I could make of this place were I allowed.
You can paint a turnip red, but it still won't be an apple.
True, but stack enough red-painted turnips about the place, and even the dourest Scotsman shall surely crack a smile.
There's...
I must go. Thank you for your time.
And I for yours. Take care.
No Ferdinando here.
You're new. From where have you sprung?
Name's Red McCraith, a banisher, come from across the deep blue sea.
You look a landlubber to me. You should feel right at home. John Rumble.
Are you a married man, John?
Aye, to Abigail. I count myself lucky. Are you married yourself, Mr. McCraith?
Marriage wasn't for us. But I suppose you could have called us man and wife.
No, you could not.
Marriage is a union conceived by men. Men are fallible.
Do I detect a hint of regret?
Regret? Oh, I've no regrets. She's a fine woman, my wife. Finer than likes of me deserves. I'll not say a word against her. Not a word, sir.
What's the word round here?
Look around you. We're barely hanging on. You'll have to be Miller to enjoy the situation.
The merchant?
Aye, the freedman. He's the only one who'll leave Fort Jericho with more than he came with. Some people have all the luck.
May you prosper in good health, John.
He that does good is of God.
Bueno, não dá para apanhar agora. Não dá para apanhar agora material. Eu vou antes ver este. Eu acho que deve ser aqui. Não. Ah, este é aquela gaja. Mas aqui diz para ir à loja. Contra a loja de Fernando Miller. É este.
Nurse Wings, one of those. Andrew White, two of them.
General Store.
Greetings. Welcome to Ingersoll's General Store. I'm Bathsheba Ingersoll, the owner. What can I get you? A comb, perhaps?
A comb. Very funny. Red McCraith, and pleased to meet you.
I met your friend Miss Duarte briefly in New Eden Town. I'm so sorry for your loss. She seemed a vibrant and resolute young woman.
And she seemed eager to leave town as quickly as possible.
Tell me about your store. Tell me about you.
The original Ingersoll's in Boston was grand and fine, but it burned in the North Square fire of '91. We moved to New Eden with Nathaniel. But before Natty could return home, my husband died. Then came the curse. And now here we are. Welcome to Ingersolls of Fort Jericho.
You never wanted to do anything else?
My husband was prosperous and affluent. I was young and clever. We made an excellent match. He taught me everything I know. The store is my business. My legacy. My story. It is who I am. I don't like running a store. I love it.
Seriously, ela tem.
Shall we trade?
I rather think we should, sir. What interests you?
Cobre. Nata. Prata. Ferro do pântano. Já tem aqui três coisas. Mas não tenho ferro de qualidade. Adeus.
I must take my leave.
Thank you for your visit. Do come again.
Tenho que ver. Fernando. É para ali para baixo. É a loja do Fernando.
Enough, John. I'll not listen to another moment of your ranting.
'Tis no rant, woman. Pennington's backbone is gone, and we're all suffering.
The captain's award.
The shop be here.
Knock and find out.
Respect. Ellen Priest
Será que aqui é a loja?
sets out into the wild in search of our salvation while
Closed.
rots in his office.
Are we in the right place? Anyone home? No one.
Papers in Miller's name. We're in the right place.
Keep looking. What is this?
A sanza. It's a musical instrument. It's Bantu, from southern Africa.
He's organized.
Disorganized traders lose money.
Parte reads English extensively.
Well, nobody's perfect.
Com isto observou e confirmou que o proprietário da loja até agora é conhecido como proprietário da Sra. Rebecca Hardgrave. Agora passa inteiramente e sem ônus para o Ferdinando Miller, confirmado pela autoridade legal relevante, ou seja, eu, ser o registro quando as circunstâncias permitirem. Um pedaço de madeira esculpido em forma de amuleto, mas ainda não acabado. É aquilo que está ali a ver. Será que ela está? Não sei.
He's making protective amulets.
He's making useless trinkets.
And he works hard to keep it away.
What is he afraid of? What don't we know? Let's search the store.
Consegui entrar na loja, vamos já voltar, ver se dá. Aqui.
Surprisingly high quality wares.
Can't be many left in New Eden with the means to buy. He's doing surprisingly well for himself.
Where did he get the inventory?
Olha, está ali uma gaja ali fora. Desejo testemunho a senhora Rebecca, guarda da cidade, meu idem com um desafio. Nada por caixa de joias.
Rebecca's will. She was rich. She left him the lot.
That's where he got the inventory.
No. The list matches his sales record.
Touch my money and I'll drop you. What are you doing here? Thieving, no doubt.
I'm no thief, Mr. Miller. I'm the Banisher. I brought Helen Priest back to the fort.
A banisher? Thieves lie. How do you know my name?
'Tis my business to know. Red McCraith.
If you are a banisher of ghosts, I have business for you. I'll pay.
I spoke to Rebecca. 'Tis she who haunts you. She sent me to find you. She worries for you. Says she loves you.
The English have a word for that. Hogshite.
Was she lying? You inherited her estate.
Whichever. It matters not. You're a banisher. It is your job to get rid of her. Can you not just do your work?
Easy, Mr. Miller. Now, I'll need to examine Rebecca's belongings.
I sold them. All of them.
You did? To who?
I don't know. People. I wrote it down. In the register. Read it, if you wish.
2 recent sales to the blacksmith and to Ingersoll's store.
The storekeeper hears much. What do you hear, Mr. Miller?
I'm a busy man. If you've a question to ask, then ask it.
Carne moldada. O que é que tu tens, Chico?
Well, stuff looks good. Let's trade.
Now, my friend, we are conversing.
É.
You've put quite the effort into protecting your home, haven't you?
You poked about my house without my say-so.
I know my business. So out of generosity, here's the truth. None of it works. Not the wreath, not the amulet. None of it works. Pretty though.
His brooch is working.
It works. She hasn't come back. I can sleep now. I hear her calling, whispering my name. I wait to find her at my bedside. Our eyes meet. She stares. She won't leave me alone. She's an Akishi, a demon. Banish her. I'll pay you.
I need a job. I accept. Farewell to you, Mr. Miller, sir.
You know where to find me. If you're buying, I'm selling.
Ok.
He'd sold it all. Everything she'd owned. And fast.
Why the hurry?
If we track her things down, perhaps they'll tell us.
A note?
Let's see.
Ferdinando was a slave. She was his owner.
She kept that quiet, as if it were of no consequence. We know where to go. The barrack room.
Então ele era mascarado.
Pretty. The work, I mean.
We know where to go. The barrack room. A ghost left a fragment of their past here. The quill resonates. An echo, perhaps.
I only recognize my name in the list.
Distant family, but I can't disinherit them.
I would never ask you that. To have met you is already more than I ever expected. If I was to lose you, God forbids, I'd cherish all that reminds me of you.
If you were to lose me, all that I own would now be yours.
He claimed not to love her. Why lie?
Maybe he did once, and now he doesn't.
Let's see what he has to say about it.
Vamos já tá. O que é que está a apontar? Vamos.
Banisher?
Rebecca was in love with you. The feeling was not mutual. True?
I was her pet. A dog nuzzling its master, hoping she might loosen its leash.
Ele que era o escuro.
She loved me, she said. I allowed her to think I loved her back. I sat up and begged and let her pet me. I was a very good boy.
You gulled her, then took advantage.
To a slave, a crumb of freedom tastes like a loaf. You'd have done no different, and I'd do the same again.
When you faked your feelings for Mistress Argrave, you gained much more than freedom. Rebecca made you rich.
As she lay dying, Rebecca Hardgrave gave me my freedom. Before that, I was her slave.
How very romantic.
If it weren't for the captain, the good people of New Eden would have let me die too. Enough chitter-chatter. Perhaps you should get back to work. What am I paying you for?
I'm a banisher, Mr. Miller, not a rat catcher. Ghosts were human. They're emotional, full of hopes and fears about the past and the future too. To find out what ties the ghost to the living and end the haunting, I must know the story. You want me to finish the job? Then the story must be told. The ghost must manifest.
I do not like this idea. This idea can shit itself 6 times by sundown.
Come on, break the brooch and let's get it over with.
No choice remains. Let it be done. And I'll be done with it!
You're here at last!
Step no closer!
I don't understand. Are you not glad to see me?
Now, Banisher! End this!
Not now. You need to hear the truth, both of you. That reminds me. Rebecca, you omitted to tell us that Ferdinando was your slave. That you owned him.
I loved him.
I was a slave! I was not free to leave. What kind of love is that?
What are you saying? We loved each other.
Love? No. I told my master what she wanted to hear. I gulled her with a lie. I thought you a fool. But no, you believed me because you wanted to. Yet you didn't believe me, did you? Not entirely. That's why you never freed me.
I loved you, and you loved me. It was but a piece of paper. A piece of paper and a guarantee. I needed a guarantee.
You don't know what love is. You know only fear. You feared being undesired, being unnoticed, being alone.
True love requires you to let go.
Time to give this love story an ending.
Rebecca Hardgrave, your love for Fadi Miller is sincere but unwanted. You're hurting him. Let him go.
Is it wrong to wish to spend your life with the man you love?
You did spend your life with him. Now your life is over.
He was mine. I wanted to keep him. Was I wrong?
You don't own him. You can't own him.
Let go. Find peace.
Peace? She gets peace? After all she did?
I get peace, but you get your freedom. I was wrong. I'm sorry, Fadi. For everything.
Go in peace.
She deserves no peace. She put me through hell. You don't care, Banisher. Just one more mad master in a madder world.
E já tem aqui mais um deles. Será que é aquele ferro do pântano? Está a apontar para ela.
Banisher?
Shall we trade?
I rather think we should, sir. What interests you?
Cobre, magnetite, pirita, prata. E ferro. Ah, tá aqui. Ferro bruto. Pronto, é isto.
I must take my leave.
And may God go with you.
Pronto, agora tenho que ir a tablet. Mas eu não vou agora. Agora fica para aqui. Mas eu vou fazer aqui esta missão. Depois mais tarde eu vou lá. Acho que é só para ir buscar uma recompensa. Vamos então aqui. Eu acho que tenho que descansar, não?
Banishers, may I have a word?
Helen, something wrong?
Apologies for disturbing your rest. I'm afraid it can't wait. What did you think of the captain?
I saw an officer alone. A proud man turned to stone, perhaps by years of war. I saw a broken man.
I did not see the tyrant you described.
Inaction is tyranny. He will not act, but nor will he get the hell out of the way.
I do not disagree, but the captain needs help.
I too was a soldier, broken and haunted. With Antea's help, I recovered. Pennington may need the same.
Leave Pennington to me. The good folk of the fort need your help. You are banishers. The dead, you'll have noticed, hammer at the gates. I would like you to go into the mines and find out what enrages them so. I would like you to do what the captain will not.
And while we deal with the hordes of angry spectres, what shall you be doing?
When the mines are purged, I'll oust Pennington.
How goes it with Sebastian?
I'm not sure. I had never let go of my grief. I was bereft, empty. His absence gave me substance. I clung to it. Useless, really. My husband died in the dark with nothing but my handkerchief to soothe his last moments. And now, he's back. If each worthwhile thing in life is to be lived, and then when it is gone, to be grieved, then what now? I have to believe our love is enough.
Love is hard work. We are bound to grieve all the different versions of ourselves. And theirs.
I try to hold him and cannot. It taunts me. It was almost easier when he was gone.
All things are fleeting. Gaze upon the ghost you love and you can't deny it, bitter though the thought may be.
Yes, 'tis a blessing and a curse. Yet against all reason, we persist. Let us make the most of time remaining.
Is it your belief that Pennington's quarantine lies at the heart of the problem here? That this is why the dead rage so?
What else? He walled them in. Miners, nurses, soldiers, the healthy or the sick, he buried them all. And then he lied about it. I'll brook his callous cowardice no more.
Much goes on around here, and you seem to know about all of it.
I try, and I could do something about it if the captain was out of the way.
What brought you to New Eden?
I came with Sebastian, willingly, mind you. My father was a soldier. I knew there'd be travel. Sebastian courted me for 3 years. I swore when we married I'd follow him to the end of the earth. And here we are.
How's morale about the fort?
The fort has known better days. Not many, mind. It's always been miserable. Folk deserve better. They fought so hard and lost so much. The captain must show them a future.
Where do we go?
There is a second tunnel into the mines. The entryway was walled shut during the quarantine. Getting there will not be easy, but the barricade should fall without too much difficulty. After that, who knows?
Underground again. Wonderful.
If it soothes you, I too am taking a significant risk. The captain has a penchant for locking people up and leaving them to rot. Some years ago in New Eden town, the captain locked up an innocent woman. A fate I wish to avoid.
Pennington the jailer. Do you speak of Deborah? What did he do?
I was away from New Eden town at the time. Rumours said she was a witch, I later heard. And so too did the captain. The court agreed. Who knows what urges drove the captain then? He is a secretive man.
A
and
mulher é
always has
aquela
been.
que apareceu lá na igreja logo ao início. Que eles condenaram como uma bruxa. Todos. Eu acho que vai ser ela.
We should go.
Then it's agreed. When you're ready, you'll investigate the mines. Take the hoist to the waterfall, near the outpost you first found me. From there, it is not far to the tunnel. Keep your wits and all your luck about you.
Vamos então às minas.
An innocent woman jailed.
I mean, as wolf pelts go, it's pretty. We'd have more than enough of them.
It's
Folk in
barbaric.
Boston are not
An
short of
officer
wolf
must be
pelts.
just, or else it all unravels.
Helen is right. The truth lies down there, somewhere. I suspect Deborah is at it again.
Quase todos falam dessa mulher. Essa mulher vai ser aquela que nos atacou. Que é o que começou tudo isto. Temos que ir lá para cima, não? Ou não?
Ready for another ride?
Temos que ir lá para cima e por aqui, ok.
Circumstances aside, this is quite romantic.
Swarming hordes of spectres aren't to your liking.
They are if I'm with you.
Já tenho ali para ir ali abaixo. Para ir ali abaixo. Tenho que explorar depois mais.
Not a fan of this breeze, mind.
Not as romantic as you'd thought, eh?
Maybe now's the time to ask you to marry me.
Try it and I'll cut the rope.
Olha, eu vou baixar ali a corda que parece-me estar. Aqui não tem corda, deixa-me baixar. Depois se quiser. Também, só para aí, deixa-me ir lá abaixo. Também é só para ir buscar aqui coisas. Não tem mais nada aqui. Vamos.
Pay attention!
Temos que ir para cima.
What a beautiful view.
Every morning I wake to a better one.
Are you trying to charm me, lady? I'll warn you. It should definitely work.
Ouvir. Vai ser isto.
Now would be a good time to speak a few words of power, just to be sure.
Colocar, fazer uma estação. Não é este.
I summon you now!
Não é este.
You losing your edge?
É este.
Turn out and turn up!
Call on me.
Get back up!
They're feeding off their own rage.
Not today.
Tá aqui qualquer coisa.
Standing by.
Ficou aqui uma... Isso aqui é arrebentar aqui alguma coisa. Agora não sei se... Para cima, para baixo... Vamos ver já aqui.
Did you feel that?
It's close. Blocked. I hope there's another way in.
Exato. Senão por aqui é por baixo.
There's more of
Standing by.
Já estão lá abaixo. Vamos ir para cima, não dá para ir. Dá?
I know.
Também não tem assim uma grande coisa. Por aqui. Vamos lá por aí. Vai ter aqui raízes.
It won't do.
Oh. Tá ali uma. Dá. Podes parar. Como é que eles param? Tenho que ir ali acima, mas ali não dá para descer. Só para esperar daqui. Não. Tem que ir por aqui.
Something's nearby.
Where is it? More corrupted ivy waiting to be plucked out.
E agora daqui já deve dar para disparar. Será? Será? Ainda falta um. Tá ali.
Picked and culled.
Banishers. I see you found your way.
Sebastian, what are you doing here?
Difficult though it be to walk these dark tunnels, I'll guide you as best I can.
Thank you. When you're searching for the source of the wrath of the hordes of the dead, it's nice to bring a friend.
I fear their anger justified. This place knows much tragedy.
Pennington did a great and terrible thing. Your death must feel like an outrage.
I am a soldier. I took the shilling. Death is part of the bargain. One dies so many may live. I served the sick and the dying. When my turn came, I was ready. But now, in the fort, there is no noble sacrifice. One dies, so all may also die.
Tell us a little more about Helen.
I'm not sure what more I could tell you. My wife is a strong woman. What you see is what you get. Every day I feel blessed to have a partner and best friend by my side. I had never expected her. When she came into my life, I came home to myself. Made me want to be a better man.
Oh, I know the feeling.
She gave me a handkerchief. I died clutching it. A symbol of our love. She was and is ever in my thoughts. She is my world, now until the end.
What shall we find down there?
The rage of the Forsaken. They trusted him. He betrayed them. He abandoned them. I doubt they can be placated.
We must press on.
Stay close.
Bom.
Whenever you're ready.
Ok. Vamos então ficar por aqui. E depois seguimos lá para baixo. Tem aqui qualquer coisa. Ui. Que parece isto aqui na porta. Bom. Bom, é isso. Vamos ficar por aqui. E até à próxima.